want to start coloring in a doodle that I did. Um, I think it was, yeah, it was 2023. I was in Vancouver uh, for the Healing Our Spirit Worldwide conference, and I worked on this while I was in the Airbnb. I'll just turn the camera around to show you what I was working on. So there it is. I used a coffee mug to make the circles, and then did the doodles within uh, the circles. And that's what I'll be coloring in. Oh, it says 2024. Maybe that's when I finished it, because I started it in 2023. Yeah, 2023 in September. So the completion would be sometime. Oh, it says October 2024. Oh, my memory is not very good. So I do remember working on it in Vancouver. So maybe I started it in 2023 and it took me a whole year to complete. Wow. I didn't realize it would have taken that long. But I did finish the one with the hearts. So today I just want to color it in now. And I have the nice brush tip, so it won't take that long. So I'll just get this mounted, and hopefully I don't turn the sound off again. Okay. Now this is casting a shadow. Oh, that's better. Chocolate. Where shall I start? And what colors should I use? I didn't even think of what colors I would be using. Let's see. I guess I'll choose a sphere and choose a color for each sphere. So let's see. So this sphere right here, I'll do green. So I'll try and go around the edge so that I know which ones to color. Wow, this is really small, detailed work. No wonder it took me a year. I did the black outline with fine liner Sharpie, and I'm so grateful that it does not bleed into the color when I add color. I noticed on the one I did with the hearts that I left white spaces or little flecks of white. I have to go over it and make sure everything is saturated. Well, I don't have to, and I actually should not do that because I was told that I need to let go of perfection and what I do is enough. So I won't go over it. Maybe those little flecks of white are there for a reason. You don't know what darkness is without the light, or you don't know what the light is without the dark, right? So maybe it's there for a reason. So I think I'll just leave it the way it is because I've been told let go of perfection. You can't level up if you're worried about perfection. So I won't worry about perfection and I'll just worry, or I won't worry at all. I'll just free flow what I have as a natural ability and allow the free flow to happen. Because when you start worrying about perfectionism, you start to stifle your free flow. You know what I mean? Yeah. My nose is stuffy. The air is so dry here. We've been having a week-long bout of -30. So the furnace is cranked and the air is really dry. I had to add 3 pails of water to my fish tank over the last week. And yeah, so every week it's like evaporating 3 pails worth of water. That kind of gives you an idea of how dry. The air is here. I went to a tree that I spent a lot of time with during my childhood, and that tree sat outside the doors along the sidewalk of the old bank and post office that we had here. The bank and post office building is now gone, but the bank's safe is still there. It's a big cement block. And when my mom would go into the bank, not all the time, but a lot of the times I would just stay outside and sit on the branch of this big spruce tree that was along the pathway there. And I would imagine that I was riding a horse and a bucking bronco and sitting on the branch and, bouncing up and down and just having a wonderful time while she was inside the bank. And then I was telling her about this, and she was like, when did I do that? I wouldn't leave you outside and all this. And I started laughing and I said, I thought you were going to work and I was out there for a long, long time, I told her. And she was like, oh, if I let you stay outside alone, it wouldn't have been for very long. But I guess in my child mind, I was out there while she was working inside for the day. You know how child's mind is, they don't know what time is. So I was having like a full day of horseback riding on that tree. And yeah, I'm glad I remembered uh, that tree, because when a friend of mine said, go spend time with a tree from your childhood, I couldn't think of any tree. Couldn't think of any tree because there are really no trees around our old house. And no, no tree in the crescent. Well, there is by the duplex, but I don't remember spending any time around it. And then I was driving around town, and I started driving down that road, and that tree just stuck out like a sore thumb. There was no other trees around it. And then that memory came back of how I used to sit on the branches all the time. Every time Mom would leave me outside and go in the bank or the post office, and I would have a full day of riding bronco on this tree. And you know, in my child's mind, I was there for a long, long, long time every time. So I'm so glad that I remembered that. It's so crazy though. Oh boy. That's why memories never align, like one person will remember something and another person will remember something totally different. And because our perceptions are colored by the lenses of the experiences we've had up to that point. And of course, everybody is unique and their experiences are, one of a kind. You can never reproduce experience, ex, uh, experiences for an individual's exactly the same, you know. We all have a different story, and yeah, we all bring a different piece of the puzzle to the table, right? And that's what life is all about, is to find what piece of the puzzle you're going to bring to the table, and to stand in that power and bring your piece. Don't try and bring someone else's piece to the table. Don't try and mimic someone else's piece on the table already. And just be authentic and bring what you need to bring to complete that picture, because if you're faking it, it's not going to complete the picture, and you'll have to come back and try again. That's what I believe anyway. So be real, be true to yourself, bring what you have to bring. Don't be afraid, because you're the only one who can bring it. And if people don't like it, that's their problem, not yours. You need to love who you are, and you need to be who you are without being apologetic, you know, but make sure that your moral compass is aligned. You don't want to be hurting people. Bring love and kindness into the world. We need all the love we can get. Yeah, I've seen markers advertised where if you make a line and another line, you don't get these overlapping marks. You see how it's light here and dark there? And I'm kind of wondering which markers those are, because look at the lines. But then again, here I am talking about authenticity and bring what you bring. So if it's meant to be all squiggly lined like this, I guess I will just let it be. It was meant to be, I guess, right? So that's a big, big thing to accept. You know, accept yourself with all the flaws. Don't be critical. Don't be a perfectionist. Accept all of yourself, the dark and the light, because the full complete you is what we're after. We're not glazing over the unpleasantness or the faults that we may carry, or perceived faults. You know, to ourselves we might think, oh my God, that's so terrible. And then to someone else, it would be, oh my God, that's so wonderful. I just love the little chip in your tooth. Or, you know, I just love the little part of your eyebrow that goes the wrong way. So, or the one nostril that's more square than the other one, or, you know, or the one eye that droops down a little bit compared to the other one. Yeah, that's the way things go, right? Let's see here. Oh, this is yellow on black. So wish me luck, because sometimes it does kind of want to smear. I was wondering why I couldn't see, because I had the wrong glasses on. Oh, jeez. I'm kicking stuff over. Okay, maybe I can see a little bit better now. Oh, I wish I had contacts or something. My glasses get all smeared because my eyelashes are so long and they touch the lenses, and I have lotion on, so the lotion on the eyelashes makes smudges on the glass lens, and I'm just forever trying to polish the lens to make it clear so I can see. Well, so far, knock on wood, the yellow is not pulling the black. I did a land and body workshop one time. It was theatrical by an artist, theatrical artist from Europe. And she did archaeology of the body because she believed we hold movements from our ancestors, the way we glide through life, the way we move, you know, our little mannerisms from our ancestors. So the way I move my hand, the way I move my face, my body, carry my torso, all of that is what she would break down and basically do archaeology studies on. And we were doing a movement on the stage, and she would get us into that zone where it's like you're in a dream. She would do meditations with us and get us into that dreamy zone, and then guide us through a guided movement piece. And so she said, okay, move and think about blue. And what does blue look like? How would you move to show me what blue looks like? And then she would say, now make a sound for blue, and do the movement and do the sound for blue. So we did that. And it was just like we were connected and channeling from the universe, because the way she set it up, we were not consciously thinking about it. We just intuitively allowed it. So it was like channeling. And then she said, now think of yellow and give me a movement and a sound for yellow. So again, you know, you just allow the universe to give this information to you. And no thinking, you know, just intuitive acts. And then she said, now give me a movement and sound for green. And it just frickin' blew me away. Because you know how yellow and blue make green? Well, the sound and the movement automatically came together. The yellow and the blue came together, the sound and the movement, to create green. And when that happened, this crazy moment of epiphany, realization that the sun and water create grass, and how powerful that was, and the knowing coming from the universe. The information did not come from my head. The information was channeled through me from the universe. The universe gave me this information, and it was wild. I I was just blown away, and it was so profound. It really opened me up. It allowed me to have the knowing that the universe has me. The universe got me. The universe is there to give me any information that I ever need for anything in my life. And that moment changed me forever. And I'm so grateful to Ben Nind for bringing this into my life. Theater and storytelling, puppetry, thanks to his partner, Natalie Labossiere. They fed a passion within me, because all my life I was in choir. I was in theater. I was a munchkin in The Wizard of Oz. I was a rat in The Pied Piper. I so throughout my life in school and church and whatnot, I dabbled in theater and stuff like that. But when Ben Nind brought me in to professional storytelling in theater and puppetry, it just fed that burning passion that I had all through my childhood. And it forged a path to my greater healing, to be able to delve into the dark spots and not be afraid of the dark, and embrace the power that I hold within myself that I didn't realize I held. You know, I didn't know what was inside and what I would be capable of doing in reality. I guess I kind of had the inkling of what I what my passion was, but being able to bring it forward into reality in a way that was undeniable. You know, being in front of large audiences and doing my thing, man. Standing in my power and commanding the fire in my heart. You know, it was something so profound and powerful, and I'm will be forever grateful to Ben. And I always call him the Magic Man. He he's a major catalyst in my healing journey. I had major epiphanies and visions and whatnot during that time. So I should put some tobacco down for Ben. He's one of the catalysts who awakened my soul. Yeah. Yeah, and Janny Lozon came to Fort Smith. Ben brought her in when he was running the Northern Arts and Culture Center. And I did a week or two of Commedia dell'arte with her. And that's an Italian mask performance thing. And that was so amazing too, because the archetypes, you know, you put the mask on and you can just feel the power of that archetype in the mask. And as soon as you put the mask on, you become that archetype. It's so magical. So, so magical. And we brought it into the schools and taught the kids how to do it. My daughter, well, my two daughters and my son was involved as well, and they really enjoyed it. Yeah. So powerful. So we treat the mask as a living spirit. And when we do puppetry, we treat the puppet as a living spirit as well. So we don't ever abuse the physical material puppet. We always make sure that we honor it and treat it with the utmost care. I made a puppet of an elder, an old lady, and she has a third eye. And when I bring her out, oh my God, the power in her is amazing. she commands your attention and respect as soon as you see her. The first moment she takes the first breath when I reanimate her. The reaction of people and animals around her is amazing too. Yeah, that one, she doesn't speak at all. She moves. She speaks with her movement. Sometimes I'll have her say a few words, but not many words. It'll be very few. And just like a wise old sage, I guess they don't need to say very much, right? Yeah. Looking back at what I've done in my life, it seems like I've lived so many lifetimes in this one lifetime. Because I've done so much. I have so many stories. I have a list of stories that I want to write, possibly write a book. I started the list as a storytelling list. So I can do both. I can write a book and storytell, like my buddy storytellers. Ivan Coyote is one of my mentors that I did a lot of live public performances with, and learned so much from Ivan. My nose is stuffy. Let's see here. Um, Someone was in the room. They're not here now. They said, "What is this?" And I'm sorry I didn't see your message. Uh, it's a doodle that I did. I started it in 2023 and signed it 2024. So it took me about a year to complete this piece. I did all the black line work with a Sharpie fine liner. And now I'm inking it in, coloring it in. Yeah, so I was talking about the list I have for storytelling and possibly writing a book. Um, I keep having publishers contacting me. So to me, that's the universe telling me to write the book. Because out of the blue, why do I have publishers contacting me saying, we can publish your book? And I haven't even worked on a book yet. But I guess it's out there in the ethers because the publishers know about it already. And it's pretty good when a publisher wants to publish your book and it's not even written yet. So I better get my ass in gear and write that book. The first book. I have a feeling there's going to be many. And yeah. And if I write a book, would I need a pen name? Because I don't want to be walking down the street and then all of a sudden there's a crowd of people around me and I can't get away from them. And, like, I don't want fame to hamper my daily living. So I would need a pen name. And question, would that be the same name I use on my YouTube channel, or would it be a totally different pen name? Maybe I'll ask Ivan, see what Ivan thinks. Now that Ivan is well known, I would say Ivan is a little bit famous. And see what perspective they have on this. I love this color blue. It's so vibrant. It looks a little different on the screen. It's a little bit more electric blue in reality. It's like a jewel electric blue. First time I went scuba diving, well, it wasn't scuba diving, it was snorkeling on a reef. I was so amazed by the colors. I've never seen such vivid live color in my life. Oh my God, the sea anemones and all the aquatic life, like the crabs and everything. The fish, the colors were just amazing. Never experienced anything like that before. It was so awesome. Didn't know color could be that alive. And it was live color. It was animals, you know, sea urchins, starfish, sea anemones, fish, crabs. It was living color, literally living color. And it looked like the light was coming from inside the animal, you know, like, which I guess it does. There's, you know, the electricity in the animal, right? It was so luminous. It was amazing. Yeah. Spent 3 weeks in Bamfield Marine Station on the northern tip of Vancouver Island. And near Port Alberni. And I loved it. I would love to go back and do some more studies there. It's called Bamfield Marine Station. I wonder what it's like there now. I was there, I think it was the summer of 1992. In August. That's when the zooplankton do their bioluminescence, and when the water breaks on the beach, it looks like a big neon light, because whenever the water is stirred, the zooplankton fluoresce. It's called bioluminescence. So if you put your hand in the water and swish it around and lift your hand out in the night, like when it's dark, your hand would glow. Or if you're in the boat and you dropped a rock down into the water, wherever the rock moved the water, you would see light. So as it was falling through the water column, it would leave a trail of light. God, I was like, we need to package this so that we could put it in a hot tub or something, because that would be pretty wild. But of course, you would have to create the right kind of conditions, the right temperature for the zooplankton to want to procreate. So zooplankton are tiny little animals in the water. They're microscopic, and when they want to attract each other to have sex, to reproduce, they produce bioluminescence. And bioluminescence is like a light created by animals. So if you've ever seen a deep underwater fish that have like a lantern or a light on the end of their antennae, that's bioluminescence. Or if you saw a firefly, that's bioluminescence. It's creating light through body, through by an animal, you know, creating light. Which is pretty magical. It brings me to think of Avatar. I think that's the name of the movie where those avatars have blue skin and it kind of shimmers with bioluminescence. And the plants have bioluminescence in that movie. And yeah. It's a fantastical movie, but in reality, we have bioluminescence. It's amazing. Well, I've done quite a bit of drawing, or coloring, I should say. And like my bifocals, I spent $1,000 on these bifocals, and they're just not strong enough. So this is what I've done so far this morning, and I will continue it another time. So I'd like to thank everyone for dropping in. Code Fee 2000, thank you for commenting, and anyone else who may have caught me on this live. And so grateful that you came in and spent your precious time with me, and so grateful, and have a great holiday season, everybody.